What's up, beautiful people? What's up, what's up, what's up? This is your favorite cousin Rich, back once again. And this is Rich Talks episode 53. And it is currently 4:42 a.m. Monday morning, March 10th, 2025. And I'm going to continue today talking about fear. But today we're going to expand on negative self-talk. You know, where it comes from, how to rewire it, what do we do about it? You know, I believe these podcasts are definitely just for people, you know, who want to grow, their self-improvement, who want to be their best self, no matter how long or how hard it may take. That's what I believe these podcasts are definitely for. Growth mindset. So if you don't have no growth mindset, you probably ain't gonna rock with this. It's cool though. It's cool, there ain't no beef. It's just, it is what it is, right? Exactly. Now, negative self-talk is it's another pillar that keeps us stuck. It's like a little whisper in the back of your head that you sometimes notice, but you don't notice. The reason why is because it's wired to your subconscious. So it's back there quietly. This is your program. And it's working, just operating in the back. Just keep working and working and working. And because it's wired to your subconscious, right? Guess what happens? Indirectly, this is going to shape your reality. Through what? Your actions. How you operate. How you operate is based off of your subconscious. Again, how you operate, how you handle the day-to-day, how you handle situations, how you handle people, how you handle your emotions, how you handle relationships, how you handle money, how you handle all this is rooted in your subconscious. Correct? Okay. So when it's left unchecked, when you don't check yourself, when your subconscious is left unchecked, when you ain't doing routine maintenance, if you're not doing no maintenance on your subconscious, if you're not challenging your beliefs, if you're not always trying to get the new download, the update, you know, just like you got the update on your phone, the iPhone 16 point this, you know, the update on your computer, you got to update your subconscious. You got to check and see if you got any new updates that you got to do, which is what? Challenging some beliefs. See, do these beliefs still stand for where you going, or have you grown past them? But again, if left unchecked, what happens? You basically write a self-fulfilling prophecy. Again, you are basically writing your own prophecy. Again, if you don't check yourself, then the same way that you continue, the same results that you get is going to be the same. It's all rooted, why? In your subconscious. So how does negative self-talk hold us back? Like I said, it creates limiting beliefs. The things we repeatedly tell ourselves, the things we tell ourselves over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. If you constantly think, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve this, I don't deserve success, I'm just always supposed to be broke, ain't nobody ever had money in my family, so I'm not supposed to have money, ain't nobody in my family had a good relationship, so I'm following the same footsteps, I'm not tall enough, I'm not this, I'm not that, all these same limiting beliefs. All these same limiting beliefs. So when you continuously tell yourself these things, guess what? It's now rooted in your subconscious. So the things that you truly desire, you can never get a part of. You can never get a piece of it. So if nobody in your family ever had a good relationship, you got to change your subconscious. You got to change your thoughts on it. Just because that's all you seen don't mean that's all that is. If ain't nobody been able to save no money and make no money players, really build something substantial for themselves to be able to pass down to their kids and do financial literacy or whatever the case may be, then guess what? Start rewiring your subconscious. I am the first one in my family, blah, blah, blah. Fill in the blank. You got to align your thoughts with what you really want. Again, you have to align your thoughts with what you really want. Align them. Align your thoughts with what you want. If you want that new Benz, you have to think like that new Benz. You can't think I'll never be able to be able to save money or have enough money to live financially free. You can't think those things and then still want a Benz. It don't work like that. Number 2, how negative self-talk holds us back. It triggers self-doubt and hesitation. We always questioning ourselves. Instead of moving forward, knowing we are good enough, guess what happens? We question ourselves over and over and over and over, and now we hesitate and procrastinate. That's what happens. That's what goes on in our heads when we procrastinate about things. Unless you're just a straight up procrastinator because you just don't want to do it. You know you can do it, you just don't want to do it. That's a different situation. I'm talking about people who's procrastinating, starting their dreams, taking action in life. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. People who's procrastinating on starting that life that they really want. Starting their finish journey. Starting that business. Starting to invest in themselves. Number 3, it distorts your reality. You gotta understand your mind is wired to look for evidence that supports what you think. Your mind is wired to support it. So if all you thinking is all these negative things, guess what? Your mind is going to attract all that for your eyes to see. And that's all you're going to be able to soak in, is that. And that's going to be your new reality. But that's a perception of reality. That's not what reality really is. You may think you're not good enough or tall enough to play in the NBA. That's your perception of reality, but that might not be actual reality. Reality might be you are good enough. You may think you're not good enough for this position. So that's your perception of reality. And that's how your reality is shaped based on the situation and what you put in your subconscious. But the actual reality is not that. And guess what? Now it's just going to be reinforced more and more and more and more. It's a safety mechanism. Number 1, it's a safety mechanism. And number 2, that's just how the brain and the universe works. Number 4, it lowers your energy and vibrational frequency. We always talking about that. Energy and vibrational frequency. Energy and vibrational frequency. What's your vibe? What's your frequency? What energy? What's your energy like? Manifesting is really what? About aligning your energy with what you desire. Negative self-talk is where? Take a wild guess. Is it high? It can't be high. Do that even sound high? Negative sound high? Negative self-talk is low vibrational energy. Doubt, lack, fear. So while you have this, guess what? You push your manifestations more and more and more further away. You gotta align your energy with what you desire. Now, it's different types of negative self-talk. We're going to breeze through them real quick. The first one, the inner critic. The inner critic. The I'm not good enough. This is the one that constantly judges you and belittles you, making you feel unworthy of things like what? Love, success, happiness. So now it's doing what? Blocking your confidence. Keeps you playing small. Number 2, the perfectionist. We talked about that yesterday. If it's not perfect, they're not going to put it out. It's not worth doing. Nothing like that. This mindset is really a fear of failure. Again, this mindset is really just a fear of failure. Number 3, the victim mentality. Things never work out for me. Bad things always happen to me. I always get cheated on. Love never works out for me. I'll never have a good job. I gotta cleanse my energy after I finish this recording, because all this, the universe knows I'm just recording a video. All this shit that you tell yourself. It's the victim mentality. That's it. Leaving you helpless and frustrated. And number 4, when I did my research, they call this one the fearful forecaster. They call this one the fearful forecaster. See, his names for all these. This has been researched. His names for all these. This one is the fearful forecaster. This is number 4. The what if I fail? What if something goes wrong? The what if? What if? What if? See, the fearful forecaster, they're always worrying about the worst case scenario. And like I said, the worst case scenario, even if it happens, ain't nothing but a lesson that you can learn from. It's a learning experience. See, worrying about the worst case scenario creates resistance. So when you go into the situation, if you ever go in, before you go into the situation, you already expecting failure before you expecting success. You see, you already crashing out. You don't even have positivity on your mind. So what if you attempted it and it didn't work out? And it didn't work out because of the negative self-talk you was telling yourself, and not really because you was really good enough to handle whatever the situation was. That's a big one, huh? Pause. Now, how do we overcome negative self-talk? And how do we rewire our mind? You got to be mindful. You got to be aware of what you're telling yourself. You have to be mindful. We always talking about that, being mindful, being mindful, being mindful. Got to be present, got to be mindful. How to be mindful, be present. You got to check yourself. Just like you got to give yourself a pop quiz randomly. Just like when you was in school and they gave you a pop quiz and you're like, fuck. You only said fuck because you didn't know the information. Well, if you now checking yourself to make sure that you're always thinking in the right vibration, so when you give yourself a pop quiz, you straight. Whatever you got to do to ensure that your vibe is staying high, you must do. Would you tell your kids, or would you tell your wife, your husband, your mama, your daddy, the same things you telling yourself? You're not good enough. You gonna tell them that? You'll never have love. Would you tell them that? You wouldn't want them telling you that, so why are you telling yourself that? So what would you say to them in words of encouragement? The same things you would tell them, tell yourself. Number 2, you got to challenge the negative beliefs. Again, like I said before, you got to challenge them. You got to challenge and reframe. Challenge, challenge, challenge. Flip the script on them. Challenge them. I'm not good enough to what? I'm learning and growing every day. Again, I am learning and growing every day. Things never work out for me. To what? Everything is always working out in my favor. The universe is always looking out for me. I always come out on top of situations. You gotta practice affirmations daily. This is number 3. You gotta practice your affirmations daily. Again, you don't have to have no note cards or nothing like that. It's just something that you can just pick 2-3 affirmations that really align with you, that make you feel good. And them the ones that you just say over and over in your head. You can just repeat them in your head. If you want to say them, you can speak them too. Again, practice affirmations daily. I will have this. I trust the universe. You got to practice your affirmations daily. Now, if you need note cards, maybe you need to write down on note cards. So what are people laughing at you? They're gonna be laughing at you when you in that Benz, you in that Bentley, you in that happy relationship. Your savings account on swole. Your house popping. You vibrating high. They ain't gonna say shit then. They gonna be like, hey, where them note cards at? How you do them note card things? That's what they gonna be asking you. What that note card thing you were doing? What that affirmation thing you were doing? That's what they gonna be saying. I'm telling you. You gotta remember, fear is a natural human emotion. It's to keep you safe. But sometimes that fear don't got no mind of what you should properly be doing for your true safety, for your true alignment. Dig? So sometimes you got to go against your fear. Sometimes your fear keep you right in place where you need to be. You know, certain neighborhoods, certain people. Yeah, that fear that you got, fuck with this person or that person, or going over here, going over there, doing this, doing that. That fear, yeah. It need to keep you comfortable, yeah. But when we talking about proper alignment for what you really want, nah, fear ain't your friend. Fear is not your friend. Number 4, how we overcome negative self-talk. This is a fun one for me. I like this one a lot. You gotta visualize and feel the outcome. You gotta visualize it. How will it feel to be in that relationship? How will it feel to have that new job? How will it feel to have that house? How will it feel to have that new car? How will it feel to go on vacations with your loved ones? How will it feel for you to be married? How will it feel? This is why I said don't necessarily think about the person. Think about how will it feel to be with that person. How will it feel when your savings account is on 10 digits? Again, you have to feel these things as they already are yours. Excuse me, I had to take a moment. I had to pause the recording. I watched the moon set behind the mountains. It was so beautiful. I had to pause and soak that in. I had to. I felt like it wasn't right if I didn't. It wasn't being appreciative and being grateful. You know, for the divine to have me out here and show me that beautiful thing and not soak it in and not take it in. So that's me showing gratitude. I wish I took a picture, but I wish it was clear enough to really, as human eyes, you know, it don't do it no justice at all. But yes, number 4, visualize and feel the outcome. Yes, this is very important. Visualize and feel how it will be when you are in that situation that you desire. This is good before you go to sleep, right when you go to sleep. That theta brainwave state is the best time to manifest. That's the best time to manifest. I'm going to do a recording on that. And number 5, you got to take inspired action, baby. You got to jump. You got to leap. You got to. You got to. Now, your fear that you got for certain things, it's not going to disappear overnight. It's not going to disappear fast. It's not just going to go in the blink of an eye. It's not going to happen. You have a fear of roller coasters, hop on a roller coaster, still have a fear of roller coasters. But you can take action right now because that fear ain't going to go nowhere. So go ahead and take action right now. And understand the more that you push through, the more that you take further action, the more that you take baby steps, is the quieter that negative self-talk is. The self-talk has no other option but to quiet down. Has no other option. Remember, negative self-talk is a way from keeping you from your full potential. So all you got to do is rewire. That's it, rewire. Challenge those limiting beliefs. Challenge those negative beliefs. Replace them. Dream. Visualize. Feel that. Take baby steps. Action. Forward movement. And understand it's going to take time, but you will get there if you do the action, if you do the work. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end it early. This is your favorite cousin, Rich. I greatly do appreciate y'all for listening. Y'all be safe. Love and blessings.